reason why sitting has been termed the new smoking is because sitting has lots of detrimental effects on the body. So ranging from a whole host of organ dysfunction, because we're not designed to sit. I mean, we're hunters and gatherers, whereas now what's happening is that we spend most of our day sitting. Muscle tightness can occur. So for example, the hip flexor can become very, very tight, which then over time can tighten up the low back. Now, in terms of the spine, how it damages the spine is essentially two reasons. One of them is that because we're hunched over this way like that, we're starting to get a lot more neck problems occurring, which shouldn't be happening if we don't sit as much. Because we're reaching forwards and looking, for example, the laptop, as we're looking down, we're essentially curving through the neck, through here, and over time we start to lose that neck curve, which is essential. The other one is also low back. So because of the amount of sitting that we do, it puts a lot of pressure through the disc. So it causes wear and tear on the disc. So for example, when someone keeps sitting, over time the amount of pressure going through the body gets more and more increased with time. So the disc is not designed for sitting. And so that's one way that the disc can start to get thinner. So for example, it can start to deteriorate in terms of the height of the disc and start to thin out over time, especially if we constantly sit all day. The way that we sit is super important as well, because as we start to sit longer and longer, we tend to slouch more and more. And as that happens, the joints become stiffer and stiffer, and then the actual disc is what can start to deteriorate. So that's how it can really affect the spine.